morning, USA.
Yo, 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 yo.
Jess Hilarious.
Good morning.
Charlamagne the God.
Peace to the planet. It's Friday. Good morning. How y'all feel out there? I feel blessed, black, and highly favored. Happy to be here another day to serve our beautiful listeners, man. What's happening, man? Good morning, man. To God be the glory. What's going on?
It's Friday. How you feeling, Jess?
Yes, I feel good. I can't wait to get on stage tonight in Pittsburgh, man. I ain't been there in a while, so I love it. I haven't been back since I've been a Ravens fan, though.
Uh-oh.
So I don't know how they going to feel. I ain't even going to mention it.
No, I wouldn't mention it.
I'm not going to mention it at all.
Pittsburgh's serious about their teams.
Absolutely. So, yeah, but I'm excited to be there today at the Improv. We got 2 shows tonight, 2 shows tomorrow, so I'm excited.
Okay.
Aaron Rodgers is the new quarterback for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
That's right.
Yeah, which means next year they're going to do absolutely nothing.
Damn.
Not a
Jesus.
damn thing, okay?
You know what's so crazy? And this is the bad thing. You talked about all that, and that one time that you say, you know, it's Father's Day weekend. I'm going to do this for Chris.
Oh, my God.
See?
Why are you calling me out?
She
yo?
forgot.
Ain't nobody thinking about us.
Nobody
Yeah.
thinks about the dads. It's
all
Father's Day
I
weekend.
got a whole event happening Monday, June 16th, like the day after
That is
Father's
true.
Day.
She is doing a whole
You know what I mean?
event for
A whole
fathers.
thing.
That is
Yes.
true.
At
Okay.
Top
That is
Golf
true.
in Baltimore, man. And you don't know what I got planned for my husband. It's ready to go down.
If it was Mother's Day weekend, Charlamagne and myself would be like, yeah, it's Mother's Day
He
weekend.
don't get excited about no Mother's Day.
I
You
don't.
still do, but Charlamagne don't care.
Because I know that we the reason for Mother's Day. They wouldn't be mothers without us.
See, that's when he take it a little too far all the time.
It's just the truth. But we wouldn't be fathers without y'all either.
Thank
That's the
you.
part. That's the whole point of being a union.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Yes.
salute to all the dads. I hope you guys
And
have
salute to
a
the
great
kids.
Father's Day weekend.
Yeah.
And the mothers and all of us.
I'm
Yes.
sure the kids are going to be making you cute little mugs and ties
I'm
and
sure.
socks and underwear. And
I don't need nothing. I am blessed every
Yeah,
day.
you and me both.
Them little hugs I get from my babies.
That's it.
That's all I need.
that's it.
Okay?
But they still want to give you something. So they're going to get something from the little, you know, they have that little shop where they buy little things.
Yeah. Ash already sent me links to get Chris and Rome like some stuff. So you know, Ash got access to his account now, so he don't know how to act. But he's mature with it. He's like, I want to get these sneakers for my dad because he like these, and I seen him got a wallet. He always having his ID in his pocket, so I'm gonna get him a wallet. I just love that he's observant.
Yes.
He's looking. And
I love
stuff,
that. I love that. Well, happy
That
Father's
is
Day
kind of
again to all
messed
the
up
weekend.
though. If you don't know why people ain't got no wallets, you should ask why first, because it might be a reason. I ain't got no money, so what is the point of having a wallet?
And he said he always keep his ID in his pocket. He ain't say nothing
That's
about
what
no
I'm
bank cards.
saying. You
or
gotta
no
tell.
money,
Like,
so.
I don't have a wallet for a reason, son. I'm not talking about Rome. I'm just saying in general.
No.
Yes.
All right.
Well, again, salute to all the fathers out there. This morning, Warren G will be joining us.
Yes.
Man, but hey, a lot of y'all is Warren G's sons and don't recognize it.
Yes.
Okay, but you need to. You need to understand that a lot of y'all wouldn't be here, West Coast or East Coast, if it wasn't Warren G. We'll explain later.
That's right. All right. Well, let's get the show cracking. We got front page news, and we got a worldwide exclusive. This is from your ex.
Yes.
Chris Brown. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, that's the only ex I got in the industry.
It's called Holy Blindfolded. Holy Blindfold.
It is a banger, okay? Crazy. Been blasting this since 2 days ago, and it just came out today.
All right.
Period.
Let's get into it. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the God. We are the Breakfast Club. Let's get in some front page news.
That was a good banger, though. That was a good jam.
That's tough.
I love it.
That is tough.
Yes.
Now, some quick sports. Game for the NBA Finals is tonight at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Also, New England Patriots are going to unveil Tom Brady statue before the preseason game on August 8th. So Tom Brady's getting a statue out in New England.
I can't wait to see how that statue looks, and that statue better be huge. I mean, if a man brings you 6
I agree.
Super Bowl championships, Tom Brady probably need to have the biggest statue we've seen thus far, to be totally honest with you.
Yeah, so he's going to get that statue. What up, Morgan?
Hey, y'all. Hey, how we feeling on a Friday?
Blessed, black, and highly favored. What's happening, Morgan?
All right, love to hear it. Cheers to the freaking weekend. First on the front page, tensions are on the rise in the Middle East after Israel launched strikes against Iran's nuclear program.
On the rise, it's going down.
Yeah, it definitely is. So Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu spoke after what he called a preemptive offensive against military and nuclear sites inside Iran. The Israeli military said it had intelligence that Iran's nuclear program was reaching a point of no return, adding they were rushing towards a nuclear bomb, and their goal was to eliminate the threat. Now, Netanyahu said strikes against Iran will continue for as many days as it takes to remove that threat. Let's take a listen to his comments.
For decades, the tyrants of Tehran have brazenly, openly called for Israel's destruction. They backed up their genocidal rhetoric with a program to develop nuclear weapons. In recent years, Iran has produced enough highly enriched uranium for 9 atom bombs.
So the commander-in-chief of Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps was reportedly killed in the attack. Iranian state media reports General Hussein Salami was killed in the overnight strike along with another IRGC general and multiple nuclear scientists. Israel's defense minister announced the country expects a retaliatory strike and a state of emergency has been declared. Now, Secretary of State Marco Rubio says the U.S. was not involved in the strikes and added that the safety of our American troops in the region are the top priority for us. Meanwhile, President Trump will
So Israel just went rogue?
They said it was preemptive because, again, it basically the U.S. and Israel are allies, and the U.S. and Israel both believe that Iran should not have nuclear weapons.
That's
so
true, but back in May, intelligence said Israel may strike Iran, and they said if they was to do that, then that would be a break from America. So, why wouldn't America, intervene to stop this?
But do you think America had heads up? Because the fact that they were telling...
Yes, I just said that. I said intelligence.
Get into that.
Back in May,
they were telling people get out of there and tell family get out. They knew it was going to happen.
Yeah, actually, let me go ahead and get into that. So President Trump, he will be meeting with National Security Council today to discuss that strike. Iran has, of course, responded by launching over 100 drones at Israel. A spokesperson for Iran's armed forces says both Israel and the U.S. will pay dearly for the attack. And before the attack, Trump warned of a chance of a massive conflict in the Middle East. He spoke about his decision to evacuate non-essential American personnel from the region. Let's take a listen to President Trump.
Look, there's a chance of massive conflict. We have a lot of American people in this area, and I said, we got to tell them to get out because something could happen soon. And I don't want to be the one that didn't give any warning and missiles are flying into their buildings. It's possible. So I had to do it.
Yeah, so Trump made those comments just hours before the attacks actually went down. Now, he also said that he's not sure if the strike will help or hurt talks with Iran, which we're supposed to be having this weekend, over the country reducing its nuclear program. But he does maintain his stance, saying that Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon. It's also unclear if the U.S. will play a role in any potential action. So I imagine, on a personal note, that this will be a fluid situation, as I did mention before. U.S. and Israel are allies. So.
If this is what Tulsi Gabbard was saying in that video when she was warning us of being on the brink of nuclear annihilation, then now I really want to double down on Donkey of the Day, because why wouldn't they just tell us this? Especially since back in May, intelligence said Israel may strike Iran. And I just don't understand, why wouldn't America intervene to stop this? So,
do you not feel... Well,
go ahead, what did you say, Morgan?
I was going to say it's just a lot, between this and what's going on with the protests across the country, immigration. I mean, it kind of seems to be adding on to the pile, and you wouldn't want to, ruffle the feathers of the American people.
Well, so much for the promise of no war that Donald Trump made. He said there would be no conflicts under his watch.
Well, let's continue the conversation at 7 a.m. We will continue to talk about what is happening here on the home front with the protests in L.A. and across the nation. So stick around for more front page news, y'all.
All right, we'll see you next hour, Morgan. Everybody else, get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, phone lines are wide open. Again, 800-585-1051. Get it off your chest. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Yo, Charlamagne, Envy, what up? Are we live?
This is your time to get it off your chest.
I got an indoor pool, an outdoor pool.
We want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
We can get on the phone right now. He'll tell you what it is. We live?
Hello, who's this?
Hi, this is Bob.
Bobby?
Yes.
Good morning, Bobby.
What's up,
How
Bobby?
are you?
Good morning, Short. Good morning, Envy. Good morning, Jess.
Morning.
This is like the third time I called into the show.
Okay.
Well, thank you for calling, Bobby. How can we help you?
Thank you for taking my call. I'm really excited to talk to you guys again. I was calling to get it off my chest. I tried to call in yesterday. I was really heated after that gentleman called.
Do you have Bluetooth or speaker? Because we could barely hear you, Mama.
About,
Bobby, you got us on Bluetooth. Can you take us off Bluetooth?
I don't.
Oh, okay. Well, go
She's
ahead.
in a bad area.
You sound like he's in a bad area.
We'll try to listen to you. Go ahead, Mama.
I'll try to move around a little bit. But I was calling because of him saying that homosexuality is a mental illness. And that if you actually look in the animal kingdom, homosexuality exists in nature in over 1,000 species. It is a natural thing. It is not a mental illness. And if you want to look at as far as there only being like our so-called president says there's only male and female. If you knew anything about biology, you might be born with male or female genitals, but you can be born with male genitals and female hormones. Different things can happen.
Yeah, there's definitely gay animals. I mean, lions have shown homosexual behavior, giraffes, and we all know dolphins are gay sharks.
Yeah, and insects, even insects have.
Well, I don't know about the insects. What insects?
I actually saw dragonflies.
You don't know. How you know? Just because they be on top of each other, you don't know if they male or female.
Well, I will say this.
I don't know. Some article I read said that they found evidence of injury.
I heard about fruit. I heard about fruit flies.
Yo, shut up, man. Yo, I will say this for people that don't know what she's talking about. A gentleman called in yesterday and was saying that he felt that gayness was an illness, a mental illness is what he said. And she's responding to that call. So I don't. Somebody be like, "Where the hell does this come from?" That's where it came from.
Yeah, it's Bobby. It's a little too early. We just got here. Can I get some little something? Can I get some green tea in my system or something?
Yes. But can I say one more thing?
Yes, ma'am.
Just to Jess or Jess.
Yes.
Because the last time I called in, it was about student loans.
Mm-hmm.
And I was talking to you about your show in Pittsburgh, and you had said that you were going to give me some tickets, but I haven't gotten them yet. And I know tonight's your first show.
Absolutely. Are you coming tonight?
No, she ain't got no tickets.
I haven't gotten
No.
Listen,
I know. But I'm saying, did you want to come tonight?
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Okay. Well,
but hold on, we'll get your information.
I get a name, and you can bring 2 people if you like.
Oh, 3 people in total?
Yeah,
okay, Jess, hold on 1 second, all right?
Don't keep Jess.
Okay, that would be awesome. Thank you.
Don't keep Bobby on hold for long now.
Hello, who's this?
Yo, what up? This is Darian from Pittsburgh.
What's up, brother? What's going on?
What up, man? I've been listening to y'all for like 10 plus years, man. Let me give a couple shout outs real quick.
Go ahead, man.
I want to shout out my twin brother, Des. I know he up listening to this right now. We both work for the post office, so we both about to get ready for work. Okay. So I want to shout out him. I want to shout out my mom. It was her birthday 2 days ago. Shout out Quaylen. Then I want to give a shout out to my kids, Jackson and Dalen.
Nice.
All right, brother. You in Pittsburgh? You should go see Jess tonight. Jess performing tonight out in Pittsburgh.
No, I thought she was coming Sunday.
No, I'm coming Friday
and Saturday, man.
Today and tomorrow. I'll leave Sunday. Sunday is Father's Day.
Oh,
bring your twin brother and your ladies and come on out,
Father's Day, man.
I'm sorry.
Hey, can I ask you a question? How do you listen to us in Pittsburgh?
What you say?
How do you listen to us in Pittsburgh? On the app? On the iHeartRadio app?
Yeah, I go live on the iHeartRadio website.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you.
We appreciate you, brother.
Hey, Charlamagne, yo, what's up? Let me get a book, man.
You know what? Get him on. Yeah, get him. I got you.
Hold on.
I got you. We got you. It's crazy because I be forgetting about the iHeartRadio app, man. But salute to everybody who listens to us on the iHeartRadio app. We've been on the iHeartRadio app for 15 years, but I guess you start thinking, oh, you're syndicated, you're in 100+ markets, but you don't realize you're not everywhere. So salute to everybody who listens to us on the iHeartRadio app.
And you can definitely tell on the West Coast when a lot of people call in and check in from the West Coast. So salute to everybody on the West Coast that listens to us each and every morning. Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, hit us up now. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
I hate the way that you walk, the way that you talk. I hate the way that you dress. Everything with me is blessed.
Call up next. 800-585-1051.
Not just me. I'm what the culture feeling.
Hello, who's this?
Nate G.
Nate G. What's up, Nate G?
What's going on?
Get it off your chest, brother.
So, yeah, I'm a truck driver, man, and I work early morning. So I want to get off my chest. I don't understand why people ride around with their brights on all night. They don't turn them off when they see us coming or me coming. It's very dangerous. So, yeah, I got a problem with that. I wish everybody would just turn their lights off, the bright light, when they see the other vehicle coming along.
Do you think they just don't know the bright lights are on, or?
I mean, because you can see if they on. You know what I'm saying? You can see if they on. I know when mine's on. I drive when mine's on.
Right. But
they don't care.
It is interesting, though, because, they come on automatically nowadays. Back in the day, we used to have to do it manually. Right. You know what I mean?
That's what I was saying. Yeah.
That is true. Some vehicles, that is true. Some vehicles do. The newer vehicles.
And they don't look as bright as they used to. They're just me. Back in the day, they used to be bright for real. They don't look as bright as they used to.
Oh, no, Charlamagne, they definitely bright. They definitely blinded. Anyway, yeah, what's up, Envy? I want to give a shout out to y'all, man, for being a great crew at the Breakfast Club.
Thank you.
Jess.
Good morning.
Like I said, Charlamagne, Envy.
Yes,
Appreciate
I give a shout out to my daughter and her 2025 graduating class.
Okay.
Yes.
Congratulations, Namaya Giles. I love you, and we praying for your future to be the best.
Thank you. Yeah, I don't know. What the hell is you talking about?
His kids.
Graduation.
Oh, congratulations. I was talking to myself when I said what the hell are you talking about. No.
You see how you try to switch it
I was
up?
talking to myself.
Now you
Because I was about to say congratulations.
You didn't know how to
I was like,
respond
wait a
to
minute.
it.
Yes, exactly. I wanted to say congratulations to your daughter. That's what I wanted to say.
This guy's crazy.
That's what
Have a
Hey,
good
I
one.
appreciate that, man.
You in the
Hey,
truck now?
Charlamagne, so I'm big on mental health.
Yes, sir.
Is there any way that I can get hooked up with the book?
Yeah, I got copies of Shook One up here.
Hold on,
Put them
all
on
right?
hold.
Oh.
Don't keep the people on hold forever, too, man.
You in your truck now, brother?
Yes, sir.
You know what you need to do.
You don't want
Yes,
to
sir. I already know. Hold it.
He got that. He got his head
Ask
set
another
on.
question. We don't never ask the truckers the right question. Hey, hello?
Yes, sir.
You ever got blown by a lot lizard?
No. No, that day I don't practice now. I'm married. Happy
You answered that kind of slow.
Yeah,
exactly.
Hold on, man.
Like
Hold on.
man, don't cheat.
There you go. There you
Like
go.
man, don't cheat.
There you
Hold
go.
on, man.
Stupid.
He almost like, what? What does he know about lot lizards?
Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. Now we got the latest with Loren coming up. What we talking about?
Lauren in here looking like a line graph.
Yeah.
Oh, God. You be so good. It's too early in the morning. Like, give us a minute to get hungry for breakfast.
Right. Damn.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Blessed, black, and highly favored.
Dang. What you asked me, Envy? I forgot.
The latest with Loren. What we talking about?
Kendrick Lamar performed in Toronto for the first time since the Drake feud and
What happened? Like,
it went off. Yes, tickets went crazy. Even before the show started, tickets went crazy. Crowd went crazy. There's a lot to break down with his stop in the 6.
yes.
All right. Well, we'll get into all that when we come back. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Yes, it's the world's most dangerous morning show, The Breakfast Club. Charlamagne the God, DJ Envy, Jess Hilarious, and it's time for the latest with Loren.
Loren be coming with straight facts.
She gets them from somebody that knows somebody.
She gets the details.
I'm the homegirl that knows a little bit about everything.
She be having the latest on you.
The latest with Lauren LoRosa.
Sometimes she have facts, sometimes she have details, sometimes she have a little bit of everything.
Well, it's the latest.
On The Breakfast Club.
Talk to me.
So yesterday, Kendrick Lamar and SZA's GNX tour stopped in Toronto. So they were in the 6. And listen, before the tickets, before the show even started, StubHub had tweeted out that Toronto had just became one of the top 5 best-selling cities on the tour based on total tickets sold. And this was before the shows had even started. So then you get inside the concert. There's videos of the crowd going crazy. I mean, word for word, song singing. Specifically when Not Like Us came on.
After all Drake has done for that city, Drake gave that city a whole identity, gave him a number to rep.
I would feel away if I was Drake.
I low-key kind of would, too.
I would feel away. That's his
Yeah.
town. That's his city.
I mean, damn, but they not allowed to like Kendrick and show him some love and really just
Nah.
True. I mean,
the song
not-
of the year. Like,
Not Toronto. Like if it was Winnipeg, if it was Edmonton, if it was another part of Canada,
My man
yes.
said Winnipeg.
But not Toronto. Toronto,
Yeah.
that's supposed to be my city. It's supposed to be my town.
All I know is
I get
Kendrick.
all that for the 6.
Kendrick Lamar is spiking the football in ways I've never seen a football spike.
Lord.
listen.
Lord.
Now, not only did they sing along to the song like that, right? Song goes off, lights go dark. Y'all know because we went to the concert how it like ends and it's a whole dramatic thing, right? And then the crowd had a request for Kendrick. Let's take a listen.
Oh, they disrespectful. One more time.
Damn.
Did he do it? Did he do it?
Not that I saw.
Oh, you should have did it 6 times.
Not that I saw.
Listen, I've never seen a man keep his foot in another man's ass for this long.
Damn.
And you know how sometimes you watch a fight and you see your homie beating somebody ass and you're like, all right, chill, he's had enough. We haven't gotten to that point yet.
But let me ask you, he has another show tonight, right?
Yes, there's another show tonight.
I bet you if they scream it tonight, he'll do it again. I bet you.
That's the last one.
Yeah, it's only supposed to be two nights.
He'll do it again. He'll do Not Like Us the second time.
Jesus.
If they scream it tonight, I guarantee he'll probably do it tonight.
Well, there's a lot. Go ahead. What you
Drake gonna stay in Houston. Drake's sick of y'all. Okay, he is tired of what he saw in Toronto. I saw them Crip walking in New Ho King last night. They was. I'm not even making this up. They was Crip walking in New Ho King.
No.
Singing Not Like Us as they was ordering Charlamagne.
Yo, what is New Ho King?
That's the Chinese spot that Drake and Kendrick was talking about in the song.
Oh, in the song.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yes, ending in a standing ovation. After all of that, I expected it because this is not Kendrick's first time there, right? So he has fans there, of course.
Yeah,
Kendrick Lamar. I expected the fan frenzy, but that was insane. And there was a lot of build up though. So there was supposed to be this whole OVO takeover, show Kendrick whose city this is, protest, and
there was 3 people outside.
Yo, right, and they were posting these videos like, oh, there's so much police presence outside and all these things, and I'm like, I think it's just a big concert, but also this flyer was circulating online. You got to keep people safe, but I didn't see no big protest outside.
I heard they was chanting OVO so loud.
No,
that's what I heard for real.
Who told you that?
Somebody sent me a video last night.
I saw a video yesterday, but it wasn't a lot of people though.
No, I'm talking about inside the arena when Kendrick was performing. They was chanting OVO.
Like outside.
I'm gonna say because outside it was like they probably just thought somebody was just like going through something. It was probably like 1.5 people.
Yeah, if I was Drake, I would definitely.
1.5 people?
It wasn't a lot.
So only three people came for the free pizza?
I don't.
No, they were giving away free pizza. They was for.
What are you talking about?
Am I making this hard? You know this,
Yeah, it was free OVO hoodies and pizza. So they said pull up. They'll have speakers. This was what the protest was supposed to be. Pull up with speakers blasting nothing but drizzy, signs showing love for the 6 God, your best OVO dripping, all your dogs, and only good vibes. It's supposed to be from 5:30 p.m. to like 11 p.m. So once people are arriving and kind of like almost ending of the concert.
6th grade? What the hell do you mean pizza and a free hoodie?
They should have given away free New Ho King. That's what they should have did. They wanted the Ninja Turtles out there to jump on Kendrick ass.
That's crazy.
Yes, well,
Kendrick should have came out dressed as Shredder.
Damn.
He was so unbothered. But there's another show tonight, so we'll see how this one goes.
What is the growth of population? What is the growth of population of Toronto, Loren? Do you know?
Growth of population.
Now, Lauren knows.
And
a
what
lot.
is the average temperature of the city in Toronto? Do you know?
What the hell?
I just figured since she dressed like a line graph today, she could show us some of the trends and changes and data.
He got me over here really googling, trying to be funny. You know what? You take your growth and your population and you put it somewhere that is not nice, okay?
Are you finished with the latest? We got some.
I'm actually not done.
Okay.
We're heading on over to Evil Devil over there because WWE superstar Jade Cargill is making her acting debut opposite Jonathan Majors in a new action thriller, True Threat.
Dropping a clue bomb for Jade Cargill.
Yes.
Dope.
So she's set to make her acting debut with star Jonathan Majors in True Threat. This is a Harlem set action thriller from director Gerard McMurray. And the movie is being produced by Alexis Garcia's Cat 5 with Charlamagne the God, Basil, say his last name. Basil Iwanic, and Karen Kinney's new banner Southland Stories. Shout out to her.
Yeah, Jade is playing Mika. She's playing a lieutenant in this crew called the Apollo Kid. So you're going to see her in there, kicking ass.
Dope.
Putting pressure on folks.
Okay.
That's what she's going to be doing.
Do y'all only announce the major first on the call sheet names like this, or everybody is about, because it's such a big return for Jonathan Majors?
There's going to be some few other people announced for the film. Definitely.
Okay.
Yes, definitely. But salute to Jade, salute to the WWE. So many wrestlers have become actors like The Rock and John Cena and Batista. I think Roman Reigns is going to be in that new Street Fighter movie. So Jade is just the next in line of WWE stars that'll be carrying on that acting tradition. So salute to Jade.
Dope.
Yes, congratulations.
Can't wait to see it.
That's it.
Nice. All right. Well, that is the latest with Loren. Now, when we come back, we got front page news, and then Warren G will be joining us. So don't go anywhere. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
You're checking out The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. Let's get in some front page news. Start off with some quick sports. Game 4 is tonight. OKC versus Indiana Pacers. 8:30 tonight will be Game 4. Now, also, New England Patriots are going to unveil Tom Brady's statue before the preseason game on August 8th.
I can't wait to see that. I mean, literally, Tom Brady got to have one of the biggest, best statues we ever seen. I mean, one of the best statues I've ever seen is Michael Jordan. You ever see Michael Jordan?
Yes.
Outside what is it?
No, I've never seen Michael.
Yeah, it's the United Center. No, it ain't the United Center. Maybe it is. I don't remember. But it's the Air Jordan.
His logo. Yeah,
it's the logo, and it looks really dope. Like Tom Brady needs something like that. When you bring 6 championships to a franchise, come on, man. Possibly the greatest quarterback of all time. He got to have one of the best statues we've ever seen. I can't wait to see what it looks like.
Yep. What up, Morgan?
Yeah, hoping the people that made the D Wade statue. Never mind, I won't get too much into that. Yeah, before I get into news on the home front, let's get into some more tragic international news. Air India says at least 241 people are dead following a plane crash in the western part of the country. Yeah. Yes, only one passenger survived the crash, and he told the Hindustan Times newspaper that he heard a loud noise seconds after takeoff. He said there were bodies all around him when he got up and then ran from the plane before someone grabbed him and put him in an ambulance. Now, the Boeing 787-8 Dreamliner was bound for London when it reportedly crashed into residential quarters of a doctor's college near the airport. So they were trying to, it appears they were trying to make that emergency landing, but tragedy struck.
That is horrible, man. Prayers up for every single person who lost their life on that flight. Listen, Morgan, you said they ran into a residential neighborhood, but I haven't heard anything about anybody dying in those headquarters. I just heard about the 200 people on the plane.
No, but this story is still developing, so I'm sure that those numbers will come out and surface, and we'll get more details as it develops.
I know that one person who lived got a testimony.
Survival's guilt.
My man, he was covered.
And then to get up and run. Oof.
Yeah.
The adrenaline. Yeah, but
there was so many reports. I heard he jumped off the plane right before it took off. I've heard so many different things, but the fact that he made it, Jesus.
And how long was the plane in the air? Do we even know?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
not as of yet. No, no, I do not have those details as of yet.
Dang.
But yeah, unfortunate story. Now on the home front, a U.S. senator was forcibly removed from a Homeland Security press event in Los Angeles and reportedly arrested. California Democratic Senator Alex Padilla was grabbed by officers while attempting to ask questions to DHS Secretary, that's Department of Homeland Security, Secretary Kristi Noem about immigration operations in Los Angeles, California. Let's take a listen to that audio in that incident as he was trying to ask questions and he was being removed from the room.
I'm Senator Alex Padilla. I have questions for the Secretary because the fact of the matter is a half a dozen violent criminals that you're rotating on your heads off.
So Padilla shouted at Noem while being shoved out of the room. He was taken to the ground and handcuffed before he was released. Now it's unclear what charges the senator faces, if any. When asked about the incident, Noem said Padilla's actions were inappropriate, but the two spoke after the incident and will continue to have conversations. Let's take a listen to comments from DHS Secretary Kristi Noem.
Coming into a press conference like this is political theater. It's wrong and it does a disservice to this country and the people who live here. So we sat down, had a conversation. We probably disagree on 90% of the topics, but we agreed to exchange phone numbers. We'll continue to talk and share information, and I think that's the way it should be in this country.
So Senator Padilla spoke to reporters saying he went to the event because he was looking for information from Homeland Security about the ongoing immigration operations in L.A. Let's take a listen to Senator Padilla's comments.
Several of my colleagues, have been asking the Department of Homeland Security for more information and more answers on their increasingly extreme immigration enforcement actions. And we've gotten little to no information.
So Senator Padilla went on to say, if this is how they treat a senator, imagine how they treat everyday people. Now, L.A. Mayor Karen Bass also slammed DHS Secretary Kristi Noem following this incident, asking pretty much how could you not recognize one of two of California's sitting senators? And she went on to say, with a little bit of a read, she worked with Kristi Noem before and she no longer recognizes her. And yesterday, a federal appeals court paused a ruling that requires President Trump to return control of members of California's National Guard back to the state. A federal judge earlier in the day issued a ruling that halted the Trump administration's deployment of military troops in Los Angeles, writing that the federal government did not have the authority to nationalize California's National Guard. The new order, which comes from the 9th U.S. Circuit Court of Appeal, now puts a pause on that. And
well, it's good. It's good to know courts is still working. It's good to know that there's checks and
Right.
balances. Will the administration listen? Though is the question.
That is the part. You're right about that. That is the question, and we will continue to see what happens over the course of this weekend. There are going to be these protests that are happening in whether they're anti-ICE protests or that are continuing on, or the protests also called, I believe it's No King's Day, that's taking place across the country, protesting President Trump's military parade that is set to take place here in Washington, D.C. over the weekend as well. That's your front page news. I'm Morgan Wood. Follow me on socials at Morgan Media. That's MORGY and MEDIA. And for more news coverage, follow at Black Information Network. Download the free iHeartRadio app and visit us at BINnews.com. Thank y'all so much. Have a great weekend.
Thank you, Morgan. And listen, today is Friday. So, on Fridays, we do the People's Donkey.
That's right.
Okay, so if you want to give somebody Donkey of the Day, call us 1-800-585-1051 and give somebody the credit they deserve for being stupid.
All right. And everybody else, Warren G will be joining us when we come back, so don't go anywhere. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. We got a special guest in the building.
Yes, indeed.
We got a legend in here today, the legendary Warren G.
What's up? What's up?
How you feeling, brother?
I'm good, man.
Feeling good?
Yeah. Yes, indeed.
All right.
Does the East Coast time mess with you a little bit?
I know how to adapt.
I've
been in it so long. I know how to switch it up when. Yeah, I'm good.
Absolutely.
Straight off the BET Awards, performing with Snoop for the tribute.
Yes, indeed. Yes,
How was that?
It was fun. It was fun. From the rehearsals all the way to doing the actual show. Just vibing with everybody and sing, even seeing the other artists that was there. It was just good. A good vibe all the way around. Just seeing everybody and having a good time, joking, talking shit a little bit.
So you got the phone call you was looking for. I saw the interview that you did, and you were saying how, like, yo, I just want Snoop and Dre to holler at me, man. I don't want nothing. You know what I mean?
That didn't have nothing to do with none of that.
Okay.
No, well, I got a call. I got hit to, that he wanted me to do the honor with him. So, that's my dog. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So, anytime he need me, I'm there, man. Yes, indeed.
I think that conversation was good though, because when you said that I can't remember who he was interviewing with, but when you said that, it's like everybody started giving you your flowers. Everybody started talking about what Warren G has contributed to hip hop, what he's contributed to West Coast cultures. I think sometimes you got to speak up for yourself, man. 'Cause,
yeah.
I
mean, a lot of people don't know about a lot of the things that I've did. So I speak on it, in interviews and. Just trying to let the new generation see, what I've contributed to hip hop, and not let it get erased.
That's right.
But let's go back there. So for people that don't know Warren G, let's say, right, from the West Coast, you introduced Snoop to Dr. Dre. But before that, how did you get into the rap game? What made you get into rap, and how did you meet Dre and I guess create that family?
Well, I've been around Dre since I was probably about, I'll say maybe 11 to 12, something like that. My father married his mother, Verna, and I didn't have no older brothers. I just had sisters, but my sisters was they bodyguard hard. They wasn't playing,
right?
And I mean that's where it started at.
So y'all stepbrothers?
Yeah, and then musically. My father, I used to, he would pick me up on the weekends, bring me to his house, and play jazz all day. So I would listen to the jazz and just fall in love with it. And to this day, he still asks me, like, do you remember Chuck Mangione? I'm like, yeah, I still got it. Daddy's in my playlist. And that's what instilled the good vibe as far as in my music, the way I like to have that good feeling music. That came from that. But as far as in the hip hop, it was just like all the groups: Run DMC, NWA, Easy, the Fat Boys, LL. Everybody that was in hip hop, I wanted to be like them, because that's what was going around the neighborhoods and stuff like that. And then me being around Dre and Tyree, that I had two big brothers. So
were y'all close, or was it one of those things where y'all stepbrothers?
Oh, okay, we was always close, always. So just being, the young one around two older brothers, you want to follow what they do. So Dre was DJing with the not, it wasn't the world class wrecking crew, it was a high powered crew with Easy and Sheen and they gonna get mad at me. Everybody, I couldn't mention everybody, but they had a crew. So I hear mixtapes all the time. So I fell in love with a lot of the music that he was mixing and stuff in the room. So I asked him to show me how to do it one day, and he showed me. So I fell in love with that. I was an athlete as well. I played football, and just having somebody, a bigger brother to look up to, him and Tyree, was just that was cool. You know what I mean? And they taught me a lot, and I had to go through a gladiator school from Long Beach to Compton, just back and forth. So they had me right. They used to call me Kibbles and Bits because I used to get it in.
Envy said you introduced Snoop to Dre, but did you ever feel like you were also introducing Dre to the sound that him and Snoop was kind of about to define for a whole coast?
I was just trying to get us all put on. We didn't know that we was gonna that it was gonna turn into what it turned into. But
really?
we didn't. But what we did when we started working on the Chronic is we brought all the energy that we had and what we wanted to do, and brought it in and put it in to Dre to bring him back to where he should be. So that's when we did the Chronic, and we collaborated and made that a classic.
You're celebrating 30 years of the Regulate album. How does that feel?
It feels good. I still feel the same as I did back then. I really don't be tripping that much. I just be wanting to keep working, like just keep working. But it feels good, and just to see that my records is still spinning.
Yeah.
Since like 91, 92, around that time, and it's a good feeling, and I just keep trying to.
It's going viral
create more of that.
Stuff. You've been seeing that. I know you probably don't keep up with the TikTok, but like it's a couple of your songs. Like these kids are making like viral trends with it.
Yeah.
So like that's what's up.
Yeah, it's a trip. It's like it keeps starting over. Like every generation, the new generation that comes, it starts over, and then they fall in love with it. So I'm down with that.
When did Nate Dogg come into the picture?
Nate came in. Well, he was always in Long Beach, but as far as when he came together with me and Snoop, me and Snoop was already like up in North Long Beach. We was moving around doing little things here and there, trying to build our name. And Nate just popped up one day on the spot, where we was hustling at, and he had heard about us doing what we was doing, so he came up and just blended in with us, and we started calling ourselves 213. But as far as Nate, period, all of us knew each other from Kings Park, from elementary school all the way up.
How was he received though?
Even the twins. No,
y'all were rappers, and he was singing. So what? Do you remember the first time he said, "Hey, this is what I do," and he sang for you?
No, Nate was in the church circuit, so he was singing a lot. But it just happened, when we would get in the room and we'd be freestyling and beatboxing, freestyling and stuff. Nate started just singing along, like while we busting, he just started singing some gangster, that's different. It wasn't like, just like, it wasn't normal. It was kind of like a rap singing type of vibe that he would do, and he was just saying some real things with it.
We're still kicking it with Warren G. And how did the Def Jam deal come about?
We was in the studio. They was working, and Paul Stewart and John Singleton was there for Snoop to do the first single for the Boys of Justice soundtrack. So I'm in there just hanging out. This is like later on when I was kind of by myself, but I still would come to the studio and things like that. But So I asked John and Paul Stewart, are they looking for any more songs? So they was like, yeah. So I was like, can I play a record for you? So me and Paul walked to the car. I had a raggedy little Regal. I jumped in the car, popped in the tape deck. It was a song called Endo Smoke with me and Mr. Grimm. It went for about maybe like 30 seconds, and he said, stop. And so I stopped, and he was like, can I take the tape? I said, yeah, just give it back to me.
Just give it back to me.
Give it back. So that Monday, Tuesday, whatever it was, I know it was a weekend we was working, but they called me and they was like, we want this to be the first single on the Poetic Justice soundtrack. So I was like, are you serious? He was like, yeah. So I was like, damn.
And you weren't signed at the time at all?
I wasn't signed with nobody. So that whole thing went through. Endo Smoke blew up. It went gold. It was everywhere. It was going crazy. And so a bunch of companies was trying to find out, you know,
who the artist was.
Who was these guys? So there was a lot of companies calling. So Paul hit me like, Def Jam want to talk to you. So I'm thinking like, they don't want to talk to me. They want Mr. Grimm, because Mr. Grimm was dope as well. That's who the record was for. And so we had got on the call. It was Leor, Chris Lighty, and Tracy Waples. They actually all flew out too as well. But so we on the call, and I'm like, I can't believe this is Def Jam on the phone with me. So they was asking about the guys on the song. So they was like, okay, well, who was the guy with the kind of like melody to what he's doing? So I'm like, damn, they must be they talking about Mr. Grimm. So I was like, that's Mr. Grimm. He wanted, that's one of the guys rapping on there. They was like, the guy with the kind of like singing thing. He said, you mean the little chant type? I said, that's me. So they was like, yeah, that's the guy we want. So I was like, me?
That's
so
me.
I was like, shit, all right. So we just, from there, I had to decide, like, because there was other companies coming in after that. It started piling up. I guess the word got around. So I had to think about who would be best for hip hop.
Right.
So I had a flashback. I went all the way back to Crush Groove, the Beastie Boys, Fat Boys, Run DMC and Russell and Rick Rubin. And I'm like, this is the label. And I started thinking about Slick Rick, Dougie Fresh, everybody. And I was like, shit, I'm LL Cool J. I said, I'm with this right here. I'm with them. So I said, everybody else. I want to roll with these people because they hip hop. This is huge, and I'm a fan of Crush Groove and B Street. So I was like, that'll be different. And signed. And,
they said you saved the label during that time. They said the label was going through a lot of of losing money. Artists weren't selling. They said you revitalized the label back then.
Yeah. I didn't know it. I didn't know it. And until we started, the record sales started going like every week. I was selling like 200 and some thousand every week. So it was huge. But I didn't know. I didn't know they was in debt or anything like that. And then Leor had told me one day, he was like, we use like credit cards and different things to get you this money.
Wow.
For your advance. And I was like, wow, I couldn't believe it. But he was like, you really did, us a big favor. And we had big parties and, all of that.
Yeah, that's cute, but where my money at?
That part. Where's my money?
Did you ever feel like they owed you more because of that? Like that should have been that should have came with a bonus.
It was a whiteboard in there, and it said like how my album had made like 100 million. So I'm like, $100 million? Where my shit at? I didn't over recouped. They can't never say I ain't recouped. I mean, I made some money. It wasn't like it should have been, but I made some pretty good bread. It wasn't like stupid money. Out of that 100 million, it wasn't a lot out of that.
Did you see at least 10 from that?
No, nowhere near it.
What?
Nowhere near it.
Does it bother you though that when a lot of times they mention Def Jam, sometimes you don't hear Warren G?
They do, but it's quick.
Yeah,
it's brief.
Does that bother you, especially when Leo telling we was using credit cards to pay your stuff, and you helped. We made $100 million during the time when it wasn't happening. Does that bother you at all?
Yeah, it pissed me off, sometimes. But I charge it to the game. I'm like, look, God damn. It ain't nothing I could do. You know what I mean? Ain't nothing I could do. But yeah, I get pissed off about it.
Was you supposed to see that whiteboard?
Probably not.
I don't think you're supposed to see that whiteboard. Wait.
Probably not.
Damn.
Just being, in the office, I used to go. This was on Varick Street out here.
Yep.
I just used to walk around the office, like walk around the whole building, and I seen that shit, and I was like, God damn. And Leo was flossy too. He'd tell you, yeah, this made this much money, and I'm like, man, I got to, let's get it cracking.
Yeah.
But anything I needed, they would do it though. I know that. I told them I need this house. Boom. Same old record company. It was like Cadillac Records kind of, where I need this. Okay, they get it. But I made bread too. It wasn't nowhere near what that, but I'm at it.
Why do you think you were never fully bought into the Death Row circle as far as like being signed?
I don't know.
Because it seems that's the way that you would go, right?
Yeah. Well, I was ride or die.
Was it politics? Was it your personality? Was somebody hating?
I think what kind of had Suge pissed off at me was because I wasn't like one of those type of artists that are just sign any thing, and we was presented with contracts, so I told everybody we need to get lawyers to look at these contracts before we sign them. So the word that got back to him that I was trying to get a lawyer to look at the contract, so he came out pissed off.
Because you was doing the right thing?
Because I was doing
the same thing he would do?
That exactly. That wouldn't have he'd been doing the same. So I'm like, how can you get mad at me? So he's probably pissed off about that. And actually it was a blessing that I didn't go that route, because it turned out even better for me. I'm able to do whatever I want to do. I can go wherever I want to go, and that's why I came to the East Coast, just to be different, than the regular, the same old, just to get away, And when I came over here, it was nothing but love, it was nothing but love. Wasn't nobody talking that East Coast, West Coast. That wasn't no East Coast, West Coast thing. That was crew shit. These people against these people, none of that. Cause I had love over here. I was in Brooklyn, the Bronx. I was everywhere, like Harlem, Queens, Jamaica, Queens. LL took me to Jamaica, Queens, showed me his grandmother's house where he did all his shit. I was blown away. Like,
right on Farmers, yeah.
That shit was. I even seen the sidekick that was in Tina Got a Big Old Butt. I was like, damn, yeah.
We're still kicking it with Warren G. Charlamagne?
Have you ever confronted anybody about not getting your flowers? Or are you just to let the music and the work speak for itself type?
I let the work and the music speak for itself. I don't want to get into that mode where I start tripping on fools, because I go hard. I've seen so many people do foul to a lot of people, a lot of guys. Like, I done seen talk about Dre, talk about Snoop, and then they ass is right up under them. I ain't that type of. I ain't gonna talk about these and then get in their face. If I got something to say to them, I'll say it to them. And yeah, I did talk about the Super Bowl. I was pissed off. It just wasn't cool, and it wasn't like something that I just brought up and did this and did that. It was a whole story to it that led up to that, and it was a witness there. One of my guys, he with our crew, he sat right next to me, and he was even tripping, and he got down there and went back there, and I'm still in the crowd.
Wow.
But I just wanted to go back there and hang out, me and my son. That was it.
But now that you had a story and you understand how it is, and the fact that y'all were so close and you introduced, you understand why. Because I don't think a lot of people necessarily knew. Did you speak to Dre or Snoop? Well, of course you spoke to Snoop. Did you speak to Dre after that? Have you had a conversation?
Nah, I ain't talked to him. I done reached out to talk to him a few times. I ain't got nothing against him.
And you ain't seen
I don't know.
That was right there.
I didn't even sing. I was focused on doing what I had to do. But
y'all don't have the best relationship, huh?
I don't even know what kind of relationship we have. I ain't seen him in a while. We ain't talked in a while, or hung out. I ain't got nothing against him, but I don't know if there's a problem or not. I don't know.
Was there something that got y'all to this point, or?
I have no idea. I don't know what the is going on, and I ain't tripping either. At the same time, I ain't got nothing against him, but that just was kind of weird, when I look up to you, and that's my guy still. Like I said, that's my sensei, and we could sit down and talk whenever, face to face, and put it all out there. And if it's something that I did and I was wrong, hey, it is what it is. Okay, I was wrong. If you don't want to with me no more, that's fine. Cool. But being in the blind and not knowing what's going on, I don't know. But because that's what it seemed like. It to me, it seemed like it may be a problem by, it just felt like a problem. I'm there, my homeboy. I love that to death. That's my dog. He said, I don't bring to work with me. That's totally different. That I don't think he was talking about me.
When Snoop was up here, when Snoop was up here.
I don't think he was talking about me as far as me being coming with him. Just clearing that. Snoop is my homeboy. I have no problems with Dre. This my best friend. You two guys, y'all hang out. This my best friend.
And this your brother.
And this is my brother. It just be weird, and I don't. And when I say weird, as far as it's like we don't go out to eat together no more. We don't do family. We get the kids out and do like that. Go jet skiing or go skiing, or it ain't about like some music or this, that, and this. I just hang out like we used to. I don't know nobody else.
Warren, it's okay to say I miss you, my brother. It's okay to tell you people I miss you.
Well, no,
we so tough as men. It's like, yo, Dre, I miss you. Snoop, I miss you. It's okay.
No, them know that. Snoop know that because I chime in with Snoop. When we don't talk for a while, I chime in with him like just this G-Dub. I'm checking in. We ain't talked in a minute, so I'm checking in. I can't do that with Dre. Me and Snoop, we talk all the time because recently, we kind of like was distanced a little bit, and I'm like, I hear Snoop like, what's going on? We ain't talked in a while, but not knowing that he was going through some things, and as your best friend, you got to tell me that because I don't know if you don't tell me. So he had like he mentioned, my daughter, her daughter came premature, so
his granddaughter,
so and she's about to go home, like he said, she's finally about to go home. I didn't know that, so he wasn't returning my call, so I was like, damn, this Snoop ain't fucking with me, what's going on? And then he finally hit me and told me what was going on, so I was like, damn, man. So I told him, I'm always praying for you, and I'm always there for you, when like I have been through all the situations that he done been going through, because I went through that same exact thing where I lost my grandmother, my mother, my mother-in-law. I lost my both aunties, my grandfather. I lost like all this was like in a row, and I was fucked up, So I've been through it, so that's why I was able to walk him through what he was going through with losing his mother, because I lost mine too. So just to be able there to tell him that, and understand that this is life, this is what we're gonna have to go through. You cry, because I still cry. Now Charlamagne, I cry now. I ain't, like you said, just say I miss you guys. You know what I mean? It's just being a family again. Right. It ain't. I ain't tripping other than that.
But y'all came up together. Y'all created a community, and then just look at, man, y'all survived.
Yeah,
beautiful
do a lot.
Just sit around and kicking and just talk. We celebrate survive.
Yeah, one thing that did have that I was really crushed about was it was a situation where I was in a studio situation, and it was after Dre left, and I didn't know that he left, and I was mad at him because he didn't tell me that he had left Death Row. So I went to a studio session. People was trying to get at me, like, they was trying to whoop my ass up in that. But I got up out of the mix. But I was kind of pissed off about that right there. And I never got the call, like, don't go around that. Wow. So, and if they had the chance to crack my head open, they would have cracked it. I was just able to get away and get out of that situation. I was locked and loaded, but it just wasn't worth it to end everything I got going on right now for me cracking this for snatching my chain. Snatched my chain. And then another guy came in and caused a diversion. When he caused that diversion, I walked out. And when I walked out is when I was able to get out, get away and able to make my calls for my to come right back, and it came right back, and I still got it to this day. I sounded like Trump when I said that.
Did you talk to Dre about that ever?
We ain't never had, like I said, we ain't talked in a long time.
So y'all ain't talked since that's the 90s, early 2000s.
Early 2000s.
I mean, we see each other, here and there.
So hold on. So since Aftermath, Eminem, 50 Cent, that whole
we around that time I used to be up at the studio.
Okay.
We even went to the islands.
And wasn't y'all on the Up and Smoke tour? Or am I making that up?
We did the Up and Smoke tour. Yeah.
It's just
I
still
made
a distance.
$4,500 a show.
Oh, $4,500 a show.
45. I swear to God.
Did they at least pay for your hotel and travel and all that?
I had to pay for all that.
Oh, 45 all in.
Yeah.
You made about $1,500 a show with all that. Jesus.
Yeah.
Warren, this is not right.
This I'm just saying that's the type of stuff that I've been through.
I want people to watch this interview, and at the end of it, I want them to think to themselves, Warren G introduced Snoop to Dre, so West Coast rap wouldn't exist the way it does without you, and you saved Def Jam.
Yeah.
So the East Coast wouldn't exist the way it does without you. Because that $100 million Def Jam made, they used that to invest into the next generation of East Coast artists.
Which was
Warren G.
Jay-Z.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You are a pillar in hip hop.
Justin Bieber.
Like I like comic books. I like the Marvel universe. Like you like Loki holding a bunch of branches together. In this thing called hip hop. So man, they gotta give it up to you, man.
We appreciate you for joining us, bro.
No, it's all good. Thank you guys for having me.
And love to hear your story. And
I was getting ready to come in here. I was gonna say, we're gonna get this started off right now.
Well, we finished up. We got all three of us.
Yeah. Hey, that was classic. I said it. That's crazy.
Well, thank you for joining us, ladies and gentlemen. It's Warren G.
Much love, you guys.
It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Let's get to the latest with Loren.
Loren becoming a straight fact.
She gets them from somebody that knows somebody.
She gets the details.
I'm the homegirl that knows a little bit about everything.
She be having the latest on this.
The latest with Loren LoRosa.
Sometimes she have facts, sometimes she have details, sometimes she have a little bit of everything.
Well, it's the latest.
On the Breakfast Club.
Talk to me.
Well, guys, Dame Dash texted me yesterday after our reports, and he told me
I didn't lose everything. What you talking about?
Well, we won't get into that, but what he did tell me was we should be focused on the positives in situations and not be used to take down our culture, make the real ones look good.
Oh, wow.
That is interesting. Did he focus on the positive when Jay-Z was going through his situation? When they was coming at Jay-Z? I saw him doing a lot of interviews, not focusing on the positive.
Oh, when he was on the couch?
Yes.
Yeah.
Recently.
Well, I wanted to take some time because of that to give.
But what's negative about it, though?
It was
just
a truth.
story.
It was factual.
It's a story you reported. It's not like you made it up.
I didn't make it up. It came from documents. But, everybody's entitled to their opinion. When we talk about stuff and we report news up here, it happens.
But I think everything is learning lessons as well, too, right?
It's very teachable moments in that.
A lot of teachable moments.
And maybe he feels like people only because he had sent me a song prior to that, and I didn't report the song up here, but I don't do a segment on new music.
Whose song?
Dame Dash got a song?
Yeah, so he has a song that he has sent me. Let me pull the song up. I ain't got the song. He gonna really be like it's just negative now.
You did a remix to Residuals?
No, so the song is it's something that he I'm assuming put out with Freeway. It's called The Black Guns. It's Freeway and Nikki Licky. It's called I just realized with The Black Guns, Freeway and Nikki Licky. So he sent me that or whatever, but the last time I talked to him, I hit him because, I want to talk to people before I report certain things.
Right.
When I reported those documents that we talked about yesterday, I just sent him and said, hey, let me know if you want to respond to this. And he's not talking about that. He doesn't want to, but his response was, don't just be used to take the culture down. Give people their big ups.
We definitely have bigged up his network, the American New Network, but I also I think he needs to practice what he preaches, because it is interesting that when Jay was going through his legal situation, he definitely took that opportunity to speak on the negative.
Mm-hmm. Well,
but he would probably say, I was just reporting what was out there. I was just talking about what was out there. So was you. So were we.
Actually, and it wasn't even just what was out there. I received the documents. I read them myself. Because anytime I speak on Dame Dash, I know that it's a personal thing for him because of how people try to frame the conversation. So I do a really different due diligence because I know how. And personally, he'll reach out to me. So, but anyway, I said that to say, I want to take some time to give it up for a real one right now. Roxy Diaz just announced a new job. Congratulations to Roxy.
Dropping a clues bomb for Roxy.
Yes. So per the Hollywood Reporter and Roxy herself, she posted it as well. She will be co-hosting the American Gladiators reboot on Amazon Prime.
Nice.
Yes. Now this reboot coming to Amazon Prime, they like the old show. They got together a bunch of different people across sports, and they're going to be doing a bunch of different things. But they're going to keep some of the original classic challenges that they had them do, like the Gauntlet, the Hang Tough, the Eliminator, and she'll be co-hosting with WWE superstar The Miz and Chris Rose from NFL Game Day on the NFL Network.
And that's
why
why
Roxy
overseas, right? It's not based in the U.S., right?
Yeah, she's shooting in France. That's why she was not at the BET Awards.
Yes.
She's filming that in France.
That is the gig that people were like dragging her about not being at the BET Awards for. But sis gotta go get her money. Congratulations, Roxy. Yes.
That's a big gig.
It is.
And you got to focus on your now and your future.
Exactly. Especially in our industry, okay? Jobs is getting cut.
Right.
Now, also speaking of the BET Awards.
And real quick, a production like that can't just change its dates.
They won't.
If you either there or you're not.
Yes.
And if you're not there, they're going to out.
Yes.
So, yes, Roxy.
They will not change their dates. Speaking of BET Awards, Kai Cenat, he spoke out about not recognizing Wale. Let's take a listen.
Oh God, we still talking about this?
Wale. See, I got the name right. I'm gonna go ahead and say, to Wale, I hope he didn't take my interaction personal. How can you blame me from just being who I am? I'm young. I'm young. Let me go see.
Got that bomb.
I know this song. Yes, 100%. This a banger. This a classic. I know this song. But when did this come out? 2011. I was 9 years old. 2011.
Kai nicer than I am.
Yeah.
Get off Kai's D. It's not that serious. He didn't know who Wale was. So what?
Yep.
But he wasn't disrespectful. That's the whole thing. He wasn't disrespectful about it. You know.
Yeah, and also too, Kai didn't recognize a couple other people as well. He didn't even know who Robin Thicke was.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Robin Thicke, man.
Nice to meet you, man. Nice to meet you.
My wife, April.
How you doing? Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
We love what you do, bro.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Thank you. Legend. I don't know, bro. Do you know who Robin Thicke? Robin Thicke is?
Yeah, the singer. Where you at?
Right there. You just say you watch me. I don't know who that is.
What?
I gotta hear something. He looks familiar.
Yes. I can't recite his lyrics, but I know he's definitely a big singer.
And you know Kai is a respectful dude because he really don't be knowing these people, but he still be showing them respect.
That's right.
He still be like, "What's up? How you? Good to see you."
And he wants to know who they are.
Yes.
He asks, who? Okay, who are they? Who are they? He don't just walk away like whatever.
Even on the screen when he was talking about Wale, he said, "Yo, let me go do some research."
Yes.
And that's what made him go. He said, "Yo, chat, what's the song from him?" And everybody was saying, "Load the Fly Bomb." So then he went to look and listen. He was like, "Oh, I know that song."
It's nothing personal. It's nothing personal.
I can't believe we've been talking about this for a week.
I was 9.
But that's
2011,
right?
But honestly, that's how you know Kai is we already knew Kai was big in such a conversation piece. But yes, people are still talking about this. His videos are still trending from the stream, and he's doing his thing. So that's what comes with this. Now, in other news, making a very different segue, Antonio Brown is wanted for attempted murder for alleged attempted murder. Now, there's a warrant out for his arrest following that Miami
boxing match.
The boxing match incident where there was the shooting that took place. Now, law enforcement sources are saying that they're seeking to arrest Antonio Brown on a charge of attempted murder stemming from that incident that happened back in May. At this time, there's no update on whether he has turned himself in on this warrant or anything of that nature. But the warrant is out there. They're looking for him, and that's
I tell everybody all the time when you can own a firearm in different states, but you have to know the laws, right? So in some states there is no retreat law, meaning if you got away from being in trouble or being that your life was, that you thought your life was, maybe you were going to lose your life, then you could, then you could fire back. But if you are unsafe or you're fleeing, you can't use that firearm.
I thought Florida was staying your ground. I thought you could shoot somebody if they sneeze on you in Florida.
But I think he ran away from the guy to go get the gun. That's what the footage shows. And if that's the case, maybe
Did they run after him?
I don't think so.
There was a lot of running, a lot of shuffling, and a lot of things happening in that video. But according to reports from the Washington Post and from another reporter, there is an unnamed victim who allegedly met with law enforcement and claimed that AB opened fire at him following that physical altercation, which prompted the warrant for his arrest. And reports also state that the warrant will require a $10,000 bond and require Antonio Brown to remain under house arrest pending trial.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's horrible.
It is.
All right.
You do not want your name next to no attempted murder.
Not at all.
At all. Or warrant.
It's going to cost a lot of money.
You're not going to court today? You going to court today?
Yeah, I will be headed to court today. We were there this week.
No, breakdown what happened in court. It was a lot yesterday.
Well, we ain't got a lot of time, but I will say.
We got a second.
Okay,
Did
so
Kanye
first of all,
pull up? I heard Kanye pulled up.
Kanye did not make it into the courthouse. I was told that he was in the area and that he did want to come to court, but he did not actually come to the courthouse. But yesterday on the stand, Jane Doe, they finished her cross-examination and re-cross-examination. And I know that she's speaking to certain charges like the trafficking and the coercion and the force and those things, but I really don't understand why she's on the stand. Like a lot of her testimony is just so flip-floppy. Yesterday on the stand, she actually admitted to being okay with the freak-offs as long as she was getting what she wanted from Diddy, which was time, attention, be treated like a girlfriend.
Money.
Yeah, money. So all the things that they're trying to prove with, like, okay, you got to be paid. You got to be saying that you're going to be exploited for certain things because you're doing certain things. She's like, well, I was okay with that as long as I was getting what I wanted. So doesn't that look really vengeful on her to the jury?
And then she also say, right, following the Cassie assault video, that I never seen him act. He never act like that to me. I never seen him act like that at all.
So she did say that, but then they actually did get into a physical altercation after all the Cassie stuff. But it happened one time, and it was, I don't want to say it was mutual combat because, they'll argue that a man's strength is stronger than a woman, but she did, she slammed his head into a counter, and then the back and forth happened physically.
Yeah, she slammed his head into a counter.
Yes.
Yeah, this don't seem like a good week for the prosecution. It's just like they just put a bunch of scorned whores on the thing.
Yeah. Now
that's what it feels like.
Now, Jane Doe also said something that she was in Vegas one time and she ran into another huge celebrity, and the huge celebrity allowed some escorts to have sex with his wife, and everybody watched and she watched. What was that about? Tell me.
She didn't just land in Vegas. She flew on that big rapper's jet with the big rapper and his wife and her girlfriend because her homegirl was friends with them. And then when she got there, they did a bunch of things, but one of the things that stood out was they ended up in a hotel room with a former escort that her and Diddy had done their thing with, and there was a freak off going down allegedly, and she was there. They asked her, did she
freak off without Diddy?
A freak off without Diddy.
They flew into the freak off.
They flew in to go to a play and things, and then it ended in a freak off for this other rapper and his wife.
There.
And wrapping up, but they did make the point that Diddy was not there, and also they asked her, did she engage? Did she have sex with the rapper? Because she mentioned the rapper allegedly wanted to have sex with her, and she said no. But then they brought up the fact that she flashed her nipples to the room, or flashed her boobs to the room, and she said that. So
who's the rapper?
I don't know who the rapper is.
Man,
They're calling him the rapper.
Everything y'all just said pales in comparison to what I heard on Hollywood Unlocked when they said that Diddy was calling one of the girls his crack pipe.
We got that?
His crack pipe.
Yeah, that was his nickname for her.
Dang.
Hey, baby, we had a great time. Stay in the light. It's all good. Get your rest. Pipe. That's my new name for you, pipe. Or should I call you CP?
I wish a nigga would call me his
that
crack
mean you
wife.
addicted.
But he was just saying he's addicted to her. That's what his.
You would be addicted to the crack, not the pipe. I don't want to be the drug paraphernalia. I want to be the actual dope.
Well, you don't know what he likes to put his mouth on.
Exactly. Crack pipe just mean you like the whole fixation of having that long glass. in your mouth. That's what that is. Diddy ain't never beaten the allegations.
Hey, look at this Ciroc boy all grossed out. You've seen worse.
All right.
Yo, if he do look like a Ciroc boy today.
I do not look like a Ciroc boy. I am not a Ciroc boy.
How you give a girl a nickname and tell her you my glass D?
Damn.
You my crack pipe.
We gotta wrap up.
Jesus.
Nobody else was offended the way that Charlamagne held his two hands up.
And what if she used to call him
Gawk 3000, whatever you call it?
What if she used to call him Pookie?
Damn.
P. Diddy and the P stand for Pookie.
All right.
Pookie, Diddy, and my little crack
She ain't
pipe.
gonna be using that now. You my glass D.
Sean Pookie Combs.
No, she called him Michael Jordan because she was, you know.
Go to commercial.
All right.
All right, when we come back, we got Donkey today. Charlamagne opens up the
It's
phone
the
line
people's donkey.
and let you do it. 800-585-1051. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
You're checking out The Breakfast Club. It's your time to nominate a donkey of your own.
Remember now, it's how they choose.
Call in now. 800-585-1051.
Yeah, it's Donkey today for Friday, June 13th. It's the People's Donkey. On Fridays, we like to open up the phone lines and allow you, the listeners, to give people the credit they deserve for being stupid. So who's this?
What's up, y'all? It's J.A. from Indy.
J.A. from Indy. Oh, God. Who you want to get the biggest hee-haw to, J.A.?
I'm going to get a donkey to this family in Indianapolis, man. I hate to sound insensitive, but, you know, people pass away all the time. This European family has decided to purchase billboards of their grandmother who passed away and plaster them throughout the city. And I'm like, we all lose people, and I'm not insensitive, but we don't want to see Ogame Beulah's mortuary picture plastered on billboards throughout the city. So I'm telling them to take it down. It's like 6 of them.
J.A., you sound like you hating, and you sound like you mad that either your family can't afford billboards or nobody in your family is going to put up a billboard of you when you pass. You sound very insensitive, sir, and you sound like you hating. I'm not going to lie.
Just post it on Facebook when I go, but don't be buying billboards forcing me to grief. I don't know Ogame.
I hope somebody put up a billboard of me when I go. I wouldn't mind that at all.
Word.
You wouldn't mind that either, J.A.?
Nah, it's kind of weird and it's creepy.
What's the name of the family again?
Ogame Beulah. I don't know. I made it up. They're European. But that's what I'm saying. It's a golden girl plastered through the city like we didn't know she was going to go. She was up there.
Okay, well, I just want everybody to know this is J.A. from India, and this is the People's Donkey. So, you know, I don't want none of that bad karma and energy hitting me. You did
not
this.
Bad karma, man. All right, man.
Exactly. You're thinking about it now. Good morning. Who's this?
Yo, what's up? This man from Atlanta. I gotta give the donkey today to all these stupid Atlanta drivers who really not even from Atlanta, who can't drive. And they need to hear this on a Friday, I'm telling you. You can't drive. Stop driving in the middle. Go to the right lane if you're going north, and stay to the left lane if you're going south. Come on, please.
Atlanta, I can't even believe that you can even move. Atlanta traffic be so bad. Y'all be at a standstill all the time.
Honestly, it's really bad, but you got to know the times of the day. It's always between 2 and 5, and then 6 and 9. Those your busy times. On the weekend, you just effed up all the way.
Damn. Okay, well, thank you for calling, my brother.
Like that.
Good morning. Who's this?
Hey, this is Will from Jersey.
Will from Jersey. Who you want to get the biggest hee-haw to, brother?
Man, I want to get the biggest hee-haw to the Democratic Party, bro.
Okay, talk to me.
Man, they getting ready to do like a freak at a cut party, bro. They ain't doing nothing. They old. Like, they getting hemmed up, man. Trump is going ham on them boys, man.
Hold on, you said they about to do what? Like a what party?
I said they getting ran through like a freak at a cut party, man.
Oh, I thought you said at a puff party. That's what you should have said.
Man, he said they getting ran through, though. Damn.
Ran through like a freak at a puff party. Okay, I understand, sir. Thank you for calling.
All right, no worries.
Good morning. Who's this?
This is Neba.
Neba, how are you? Who you want to get the biggest hee-haw to this morning?
Well, I drive for Lyft, and I want to give all Lyft riders donkeys, and they're just so rude.
Your customers?
They smell. Yeah, the riders, yes.
Okay.
They smell.
Damn, yo.
Most of them do not have earpieces, so I got to hear their conversation. And you wouldn't believe what I hear.
What you be hearing? Tell me the craziest the conversation you've heard thus far.
Well, females, they tend to this and that. Everything is the N-word.
Do you ever hear somebody stink be talking about how they be having sex and you think to yourself, who the hell would sleep with your musty ass?
Yeah, no, serious. Yeah, and females, there's more females than males that
tend to smell.
That BB. That BB.
And just, they don't slam my car door.
I hate that too.
There's etiquette when you're a rider, but for me personally.
Well, can't the drivers rate the riders?
Yes, I believe they can.
I do.
You should do that.
Yeah, you can.
And you should tell them that they stink. Because sometimes, man, people don't be telling folks that they stink. People don't be knowing they musty and got BV and stuff. And they need somebody to tell them.
But you can't do that because then they're going to file a complaint about you and then they're going to get fired.
Exactly. They could rate me.
Yeah.
And I could possibly get shut down.
Damn.
Deactivated.
All right. Well, thank you for calling.
You're welcome. Enjoy.
All right, let's take one more. Good morning. Who's this?
Good morning, beloved.
Peace, beloved. How are you? What's your name?
This is Nikki from Neptune.
Nikki, who you want to get the biggest hee-haw to?
I want to get a biggest hee-haw to that orange man and his big citrus bag of workers. We're still having that parade and wasting all that money.
Yes, the parade is tomorrow, the U.S. Army parade. It's costing $45 million. He says it's coming out of his own pocket, though. I don't know how, I don't know how true that is, but
we know he lie all the time. But beloved, I got a student that want to do a this too.
Okay.
Hold on. My name is and I want to donkey my little sister.
What's your little sister do, bruh?
She being stupid all the time.
Oh, damn. Why you just ain't tell your parents? You got to call the radio and give her a donkey of the day? Hello?
Yeah.
That's a flex, though.
Damn. All right, where is she right now?
I think she went on her van to go to school.
She went to what?
She went on her van to go to school.
The van?
Yeah.
What you mean the van?
I don't. It's probably just a school van to come pick her up.
Yeah, certain
Probably
areas they don't have a bus because there's not that many kids.
Got you. Okay, let me talk to your mama real quick.
Okay.
Oh, his mother laughing.
I'm not mama. I'm a school driver.
You the school driver? Why you let that little boy call that little girl just now?
Listen, he wanted to get on there and put the donkey on his sister.
That ain't right, man. But that ain't right. She got to get on the little van and you doing that?
And why you on the phone driving that little boy around?
Because I'm taking him to school.
Why you not taking the little sister to school too?
Oh my gosh.
Because she gets on a different van.
I don't understand what's going on right now. I feel like I need to call child services. What's your name again?
No.
Hello?
Charlotte, it's two different drivers and the kids go to two different schools.
Oh, okay.
Exactly.
Okay. Well, thank you for calling, Nikki.
Tell them, Jess. Come on, Jess.
Exactly.
I love you guys. Better. You have a great weekend and have a best Father's Day, you and Envy.
Thank you, Nikki. Appreciate you.
Jesus.
All right, we do that every Friday. It's the People's Donkey. Okay, you can call up and give somebody the credit they deserve for being stupid on Fridays, man. Thank y'all for calling. What we doing next?
Well, it's Friday, so you know what that means.
It's Freaky Friday! And we found out in the Diddy case this week that Diddy referred to one of his girlfriends as a crack pipe. Can we play the audio?
You got to pull it up. Give him a second. Here we go.
Hey, baby, we had a great time. Stay in the light. It's all good. Get your rest. Pipe. That's my new name for you, pipe. Or should I call you CP?
That was his nickname for her, crack pipe. He called her a glass D.
He should have said crack, but crack pipe just takes it to a...
It's just crazy, yeah. I'm just going to call you crack. That's, you know what I mean? I wonder what her response was.
Just drug paraphernalia. Bro, I told you what the response was. She called him Pookie. Pookie like having that glass D in his mouth.
Okay. All right. Let's open up the phone lines.
So what's the question? What's the stupidest nickname you ever gave somebody?
Yeah, what's the stupidest nickname you ever gave somebody?
And they always think the stupid names sound fly. Crack pipe. Yeah, you my little crack pipe.
And I don't know. Niggas in Baltimore used to say, you my little snickerdoodle.
The snickerdoodle?
Yeah, my snickerdoodle.
That's a dog, right? Ain't that a dog?
That's a cookie.
Oh, a cookie.
What the hell?
That's fly though.
Snickerdoodle?
Yeah, but you can't say snickerdoodle. Like, you gotta say snickerdoodle.
I think fine-ish is stupid too. You my little fine.
Oh yeah, little fine-ish. That's new. I ain't never had.
Don't call me no doodle. Don't call me no poop.
Man, shut up, man. That's slang, man. You know what they mean.
Fine-ish.
They don't mean like doo-doo. You know that.
Or dookie.
800 Dookie butt. 800-585-10.
You know how you get that name.
Yeah, Dookie Butt is
Listen to the
crazy.
Future. The Future ruined the generation when he told y'all that. When Future said, "Put your thumb in," and people pulled that thumb out. More than the plum was on it.
800-585-1051. What's the dumbest, pet name or dumbest name you mentioned to call somebody? Let's talk about it. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
He a fan, freaky ass, he a 69 God.
The Breakfast Club.
It's Freaky Friday. It's Freaky Friday.
It's freaky. Call in now. 800-585-1051. We want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. It's Friday, so you know what that means.
It's Freaky Friday!
And we just recently found out that Diddy has a nickname for his girl. Let's listen to the audio.
Hey, baby, we had a great time. Stay in the light. It's all good. Get your rest. Pipe. That's my new name for you, pipe. Or should I call you CP?
Yeah, crack pipe. He refers to one of his ex-girlfriends as his crack pipe. You know, crack pipe is drug paraphernalia.
So disrespectful.
It's also referred to as a glass D. I can't say what the D stands for on the radio. So just know that Diddy used to like having that glass mouth. That was his nickname for her. Crack pipe. And she called him Pookie in return.
She did not call him.
She did not call him
Pookie.
No, that's alleged. No.
That's your
own little Pookie butt.
Fantasy. So the question is 800-585-1051. We're talking stupid pet names or stupid nicknames. Let's start with you. You got any? Have you heard any?
No.
No,
I didn't. I ain't never called nobody nothing stupid. And then ain't nobody ever called me nothing stupid.
Well, you said you used to get called little snickerdoodle.
No, I said in Baltimore call other girls that you my little snickerdoodle.
Oh, I thought you said that to you.
Like night before my sister became gay, she had a
the night before your sister became gay. What?
Yeah, man.
Before she became a sugar cookie.
It was this guy. Yeah, before she became a sugar cookie, she was dealing with this guy. Yo, he used to call her his little snickerdoodle. Yeah, but a lot of young guys, a lot of YNs call girls that in Baltimore my little snickerdoodle.
That makes all the sense in the world, though, because snickerdoodle cookies are nice, they sweet.
Oh my
you know
God,
what I'm saying?
soft.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That's actually dope.
Little snickerdoodle, yeah.
Didn't somebody used to call you little sugar cookie?
No,
especially in the winter.
You call me little sugar cookie.
In the winter, don't they call you sugar cookie?
You call me little sugar cookie.
I ain't never call you no little sugar cookie.
You call me sugar cookie. You call me waffle something too.
Yeah, I don't do nicknames because I've only had one woman for my whole life. And I got a nickname for her, but it ain't nothing crazy.
Okay. What is it?
Mook Mook.
Oh, yeah, I do like that. I heard you call your wife that before. That's cute.
Ain't nothing crazy.
Yeah.
Let's go to the phone line.
What you call Gia? Hold
on.
Pookie.
Pookie. That's my Pookie.
Okay.
And she call you her little crack pipe.
Hey, yo.
You her crack pipe.
This nigga be walking into the traffic.
Okay.
I said Pookie is
so
my
Gia is
Pookie.
Pookie and Envy is crack pipe. All right, we get it now. We get
You
it.
don't call her Pookie. You say Pookie. And she call you CP.
Oh, my
That's
goodness.
what it is.
Hello, who's this?
Hi, this is Keisha.
Keisha, we
Peace,
talking
Keisha.
stupid nicknames.
So I was dating this guy. His thing was so little, so me and my homegirls used to call him Roku because it was like small, like the little people.
Oh my God!
Damn, that's foul.
Oh my God!
Damn!
Whoa!
Damn,
that's what you had in his phone.
You got a nickname to do sometimes. That's all.
That's what you had in your phone for him too?
Yes, Roku.
So let me ask you a question. What made you pick up the phone for him? Was he a nice guy at least?
Damn.
I mean, he was cool and stuff, and I was trying to work with what he had, but it just wasn't working.
That is crazy.
Damn.
So listen. You had better cable. You had better streaming packages other than Roku, right? Clearly. So did you have right?
Yes, of course.
So what did you call the guys that were better streaming plans?
I mean, there's the horse. There's all types of names for the bigger ones.
Jesus. Thank you for calling, man.
You're so disrespectful,
All right. I love you guys.
Love you too.
Love you
But if
back.
you're going to call him Roku, I want to be Netflix the horse. Don't just call me the horse.
Hello, who's this?
This is Vaughn from Minneapolis.
Vaughn, what's up? What?
You said Ron.
I thought you said Vaughn.
Vaughn, V-A-W-N.
What's up, Vaughn?
You know, like Don Vaughn.
We got
Yes,
you, we
sir.
got you, we got you. We talking pet names.
All right.
or
I used to
stupid
call
names.
my baby mama Sugar Tits.
Okay. First of all, how old are you, bro? That sounds like some the 50s. I'm sorry, I cried. I'm sorry.
48. I'm 48.
I'll be 47 next month. I ain't out here calling nobody sugar tits.
Hey, man, I'm sugary. I tell you.
We don't want no. Thank you, Vaughn.
You still be hitting it?
Yeah, hitting it, licking it, all the above.
Is that your girl? Cause you said baby mama. Are y'all still together, or y'all just sleep together from time to time?
We sleep together all the time. She's the only person I'm having sex with. I try to keep it that way because I don't trust other monkeys out here. There's contaminated monkeys out here. I don't want to get contaminated.
So why you just don't marry her?
Ain't worth
Hey, it's been a thought, man. I really have been thinking about it.
Man, you 48 years old. You better get your high cholesterol having ass, pre-diabetic ass down that aisle. You know what I'm saying?
High cholesterol. Hey, you hit that on the mark, bro. I just got high cholesterol. I'm working on it.
Yeah, me too. Well, mine down now.
I'm a truck driver at UPS, so I'm doing good and great.
Well, change your lifestyle. Change your diet, change your exercise more, and take your statin.
I've lost 15 pounds here recently.
There you go.
I'm doing good.
All right, brother.
Go marry Sugar.
It's Friday, so you know what that means?
It's Freaky, Freaky, Freaky Friday!
And the Freaky, Freaky, Freaky Friday question is coming from Diddy. In the Diddy's case, he has a nickname for Jane Doe, and let's hear him talk about it.
Hey, baby, we had a great time. Stay in the light. It's all good. Get your rest. Pipe. That's my new name for you, pipe. Or should I call you CP?
So we're asking 800-585-1051. What is some stupid nicknames you have somebody? We got Portia on the line. Portia, good morning.
Good morning, DJ Envy. Good morning, Charlamagne, Jess. And I don't know if Loren is still there.
Hey, girl. No, she had to go to court, but hey, girl.
A nickname that I've heard, not anyone has called me is Doodoo.
Somebody called you a Doodoo?
I've heard, nobody ever called me Doodoo, but I've heard, people call their kids. I'm from Florida. So, Miami, that's a pretty popular nickname.
Mm-hmm. Doodoo?
Yeah, Doodoo ain't it.
Huh?
Doodoo's not it.
No.
Yeah, no. I've heard people say Doodoo.
Nah, I've heard people. I'll call you Shorty Stain, but I ain't gonna call you Doodoo.
What?
That's not sexy. That ain't sexy because somebody is Stain.
You ain't even putting no thought into
sexy, it. But it's a nickname. It's not sexy at all, but it's a nickname that I've heard a lot down here. And even some older kids, I'm like, that's not. It's stank, but it's not cool. It's not cute.
Why hear people say stank? It be like little stank.
Yeah, hey stank.
That's my little stank. Hey stank. Yeah.
I don't hear nobody put the little on it.
Speedy be saying that a lot.
Or big stank.
Speedy, salute to Speedy. Yeah, Speedy know me. He be like, hey stank. That's a lot. Little stank.
Hello, who's this?
This is Taylor.
Hey Taylor, good morning. You got a stupid nickname?
Yeah, I used to call my girl Bob.
Bob?
Yeah, B-O-B.
Does she look like a Bob?
Oh, there's her head be bobbing.
Nah, her mom used to take her phone all the time because she was on punishment. And she used to text me from random numbers, like her friends in her class. And so one day I asked, I was like, who is this? She's like, it's Bob. And so it just kind of stuck as an inside joke.
Oh, got you.
All right,
so you gay?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a girl.
But they didn't think you was gay when Bob called. You fake stud.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, her mom didn't think she was gay either, I guess.
Damn.
Oh, okay. I got it. So that's why she had to. Oh, all right.
Now she out here bobbing for
Hello, who's this?
This is L from Jersey.
What's up, L from Jersey? We're talking stupid nicknames.
Stupid nicknames. I did use the crack one before, but it was more so you knew it was bad for you, but you couldn't stay away from it once you used it.
But you talking about the drug.
The most recent one, I had a girl that I would call a gremlin because when you got a
when you got a
she basically turned into a monster.
I like that.
And I would use that all the time until one day I'm like, yo, that's stupid as heck, man.
No, it's not. That's fire.
What's wrong with you?
That is fire. You my little gremlin. Why? Because when you get you turn to a monster.
Oh my God.
Well, actually, you should actually be calling her a mogwai though. But I get why. I get it though. I get where you going with it. Either way,
you get it.
That's fire. I like that.
All right.
I might call my wife that this weekend. You little gremlin.
Hello, who's this?
Damn.
And I'm gonna feed you after me.
Yo, what's up, Envy?
Oh, what's up, Trav?
What's up, Jess?
Hey.
Sorry.
Trav, I know you just was out here calling people glass. You ain't even say crack pipe. You just got right to it, didn't you?
Jesus, but listen, I did have this friend. I used to call him Arby's. I don't know if y'all know what the theme song is.
Where's the meat?
But I ain't gonna lie, he had all the.
Goodbye, man.
I love that.
Goodbye, man.
That's fire too. Now them last two been fire. I don't care what
you better not call your wife Arby this weekend.
You better not call no woman Arby's. You call a woman Arby, something wrong. She should get some vaginal rejuvenation or something.
Hello, who's this?
This Pretty.
Peace,
What's
Pretty.
up, Pretty?
Hey, good morning.
We're talking stupid nicknames this morning. You got one?
Yeah, I got one. It didn't start off stupid. It was lit at first, but it didn't age well. I used to call my brother Diddy in my city. Damn. And it caught on, and everybody trying to figure out why everybody's calling him Diddy. And the questions we get is ridiculous. It just didn't age well. That's
You know what's so funny? Everybody had a Diddy in their city.
Yep.
Everybody wanted to be P. Diddy, Miss Diddy, salute to Miss Diddy. Everybody wanted to be the Diddies of their city. Now nobody want to be the Diddies of their city.
Change the name right up.
Exactly, got to change the name immediately.
You know who had the funniest one? Remember when that girl was confronting Neo and she was like, "Little Diddy," she kept calling him.
Tell him about the freak off, Diddy Jr. Diddy Jr., tell him about the freak off.
That's messed up.
That was
Thank you, Freddie. Jesus Christ. What's the moral of the story, y'all?
The moral of the story is nicknames are dope. You know what I mean? But really, nicknames are between you and that person.
Yeah.
Right.
So it ain't really supposed to make sense to nobody else. Like, what my nickname is for you, you know why I call you that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, when we come back, Nyla will be joining us past the Arce. She's going to be putting us to some of the newest records out, and we'll talk to her next. So don't go anywhere. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Go. DJ. Say go DJ, cause that's my DJ.
Yeah, DJ, come spin, now come spin.
What's up, Nyla?
Hey, girl.
What's up, guys?
Nyla Symone, big Nyla. Big weekend for you.
Shut up. This guy get on my nerves.
Such a clown. Oh,
why is it big week? What you do this weekend?
Just DJing. I DJ the Army Festival every year, so it is a big weekend.
Oh,
because
wow.
I'm
I know. Never mind.
Yeah.
No.
I know, it's so cool. So
It's
we're
a
gonna
big
be
Army Festival.
at
Wow.
the National Monument.
Okay, in
But I
DC.
do it every year. You know, my father's a veteran. My mother has worked for the Army for over 20 years, so
That's
this is like normal for my life. But anyway, let's get into the music. The first song I want to get into is this new joint from Kalani. It's called Faded. And it's so funny because I was already going to play this record, but people online were tweeting me and was like, you better play this record on Friday. I was already going to do it. I love Kalani.
That's hard, cause I mean, she's just dope and consistent.
Yeah.
Like,
She always slide.
That's dope.
Yeah, very consistent. Yeah, one of my personal favorites. So shout out to Kalani, and I think project's on the way, so I'm excited about that. Next time we get into a new joint from Chris Brown. It's called Holy Blindfold.
Yes, never fails.
Never
fails.
Never.
Another
Love
one
it.
that's just great and consistent.
That's right.
Yeah.
He definitely is.
What's up with all these great and consistent artists today? I listened to Pastor Ox to hear the new.
Oh, okay. Well, great. That's coming up next.
Okay.
I just got to shout it out. They still deserve the highlight.
Yes.
Yes, they do. Especially
but-
Chris.
Yes. Are you a Chris Brown stan?
What?
Yeah. Okay.
I'm
me
Chris
too.
Brown X, but yes.
Oh,
it's
I think
that-
I did
yeah.
see that. Yeah. He
Where
got
you see
your
that at?
ring. On the Breakfast Club.
All right, just go ahead. Go ahead. What else we got?
All right, the next record is actually an artist named Odile. He signed to LVRN, and he's kind of like Afrobeat sounding infused with like Brent Faiyaz. Like if I had to like make a baby of them, but he's putting out a new project, and the first song of the project is called London Summer.
Damn. Okay. Nyla.
Yeah?
Yes.
Ooh.
3 for 3. Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
One thing about a London summer though, you're gonna need some deodorant. Okay.
Dude.
London summers can get a little musty.
You know, you have a really big thing with hygiene. I don't know what
Yes, I
it is,
do.
but everything always reverts back
Yes.
to hygiene
It
and
just-
appearance.
As
With
soon
you.
as I heard that London summer, I was like,
No.
God.
Well, if y'all like what y'all heard, make sure you follow me on the gram at Nyla Symone, NYLA Tonight, I will be in Brooklyn with it. We got our Battle of the Beats in partnership with Timberland's Beat Club, and also in partnership with 24/7 Artists. So we have some super dope producers who are competing tonight. This is one of my favorite events because it's kind of like low maintenance because producers aren't as like needy as artists, and are also just super thankful to be acknowledged. And then we also have like a headshot booth for producers to get like clean headshots, since you guys always got dusty studio photos. So go over
Dang.
there.
You know what producers need now too? You should always stress to the producers they need tags on their
yeah.
music. We was talking like because Rodney Jerkins was here talking about a couple of producers that we never heard of, and I'm like, yo, they don't have tags on their beats. Tag your beats, man.
It depends on the life you want, but yeah.
Yeah, that's true too.
Because
That's
like
true.
Clark Kent ain't never tagged none of his beats,
That is true.
but he's also already like he
came before an era of when
that.
people were doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
Interesting debate though. I asked Clue about that too one time. But okay, make sure you guys follow the playlist. Pull up on me in Brooklyn tonight.
And this weekend, U.S. Army's Grand Military Parade.
Yes. Shout out to all the soldiers and the vets. We appreciate
Now
you.
I've been doing that for the last 3 years, right?
Yeah.
3 years, yeah.
That's dope. Yeah, it's an honor. Good full circle moment.
All right. Now, when we come back, we got
You're a military brat.
People's Choice Mix. Let's get to it. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Wake up. You're locked into the Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Now, this weekend, I'm going to be out in Atlantic City with Vibes Cartel. So salute to all the fathers out there. It's a Father's Day show. And then Sunday, I will be back home with my pops and dad barbecuing, hopefully, if it doesn't rain. So
You said your pops and dad?
Oh, my pops and dad. Right? Some people call them pops, dad, whatever. My
you
pops.
said two. You said it like, but because your other father's in jail right now.
Who?
Father Freak. You just that's what you
That's not my boss.
You called him daddy the other day.
No, I didn't.
The other day we got the audio. You called Father Freak daddy the other day.
I only got one pops.
Well, why you call him daddy then?
Oh my goodness! Happy Father's Day to all the dads out there. Jesus Christ. And you're going to be in Pittsburgh this weekend.
I'm going to be in Pittsburgh today and tomorrow. We got 2 shows tonight at the Improv in Homestead, Pennsylvania, which is Pittsburgh. And then 2 shows also tomorrow, Jess Hilarious. Official.com for the tickets. And then next week I'm in Buffalo, so get your tickets. Meet me at the Helium. Also, you can get the tickets from JessHilariousOfficial.com. And then Monday, meet us at Top Golf. The More Love Foundation presents a fellowship event for fathers. Dads on the green. Come out, have some drinks, some food. And I said the kids gonna be in school, but I don't really know too many kids that's in school. I wasn't even thinking about that. So just leave the kids in the house and come out, get your drinks on, get your food, your music and everything, and come fellowship with us, man.
Now, Charlamagne, you got a positive note?
I do. I want to shout out to the Weezy and Mandy, man. You know, their book, No Holds Barred, comes out June 24th. In just a few weeks, like 10 days. What's the day? The 13th? Mm-hmm. Yeah, like 10, 11 days. Their book, No Holds Barred, a dual manifesto of sexual exploitation and power. It comes out in 11 days, so you can pre-order it now. If you're a fan of the Horrible Decisions podcast, now the Decisions podcast, then you're going to really, really love this book, which will be out June 24th, but it's available for pre-order now on Black Privilege, Simon & Schuster Publishing, man. So salute to them. Now, the positive note is simple. Fathering is not something perfect men do. It is Father's Day weekend, so I want y'all to remember this. Fathering is not something perfect men do, but something that perfects the man. Happy Father's Day, my brothers.
Breakfast Club, bitches!
Y'all finished or y'all done?